So basically, people want to know, can you make a full-time income as a mobile notary? And obviously the answer is yes. I'm just going to go ahead and give it straight to it. And by the end of this video, you should understand like how that even makes sense, how that's even possible. And I really want to just break it down for you guys. So let's say that most people live on around, let's say $60,000 a year, which is it's honestly even less than that. And let's say that your goal is to make just $5,000 a month. Honestly, in the notary business, it's not that hard. You just have to go into this thing with a plan. You know what I mean? It's not like you could just be like, oh, I'm gonna half-ass it and then still make it work. Nah, you actually have to try. So for example, let's say that you want to make $5,000 a month. So let's just go ahead and put 5,000 there. And I'm just gonna walk you guys through the simple math so you understand like, oh, knowledge is not capping. So you got 5,000, right? You need to make 5,000 a month. This right here is the goal. So in order to do that, let's say that your average notary job is 100 to 150, just depending on the type of service you do. If you do estate plan, you could charge like 200, 300. If you get multiple jobs, it's even more than that. But honestly, let's just even call your average job $100. So at that point, you're just doing 5,000 divided by 100 equals 50 jobs. So that means for the entire month, for 31 days, not including February, you just need to find a way to make 50 jobs, right? You need to have 50 notary jobs, and that's if they're 100, right? So let's just divide that 50 divided by 31. So you need 1.612 jobs every day. So let's call it 1 to 2 jobs a day in order to get that 5,000. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to do to make it. Or if you just do it like this, 5,000, or you can do 5,000 divided by 4. 50 divided by 4. Boom, boom. That's 12.5 jobs a week. So you need to either get 1.6 jobs a day or just find a way to get 12.5 jobs every week. And it's not hard at all. When you break it down, and the reason I did that so you can break it down, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. So let's just round it up and call it 12. So you basically need to find a way to get 1 to 2 jobs a day. And the thing is, when you're in the notary business, what tends to happen is you might not get all of those on one day. One day you might get 0, but then another day you might get 3. And then one day you might get 1. And then the other day you might get 5. But when you look at it, at the end of the day, as long as you get that 12.5 for the week, you know that you're going to make your $5,000 for the month. You see what I'm saying? So to answer the question, yes, it's more than possible to make full-time income as a mobile notary. It's just one of those things where you need to start off little by little. And as it grows, you're going to start to realize the tactics that it took for you to grow. And all you have to do is just replicate and duplicate that same exact process. Replicate and duplicate that same exact process, and then you'll be good to go. So let me go ahead and see if I can break this down a little bit more for you guys. So one thing I like to remind people is that the high demand jobs are everywhere. So that's one thing you need to understand. So I just put right here, high demand. And I really hate typing sometimes. I really hate writing it out sometimes because my handwriting is shit, but I don't want to have it all there at one time. But anyways, all right, high demand jobs are everywhere. And when I say high demand jobs, I'm talking about the jobs, the notary type of services that are always done, like the type of notary services that is always going to be a lot of money. So for example, we're talking about your apostilles, we're talking about your estate plannings, we're talking about your fingerprinting, we're talking about your power of attorneys. Those jobs, you can get a lot of money doing them, and they're very simple. These type of in loan signing, these type of jobs that you're doing, it's not complicated, and those jobs are everywhere. People always need this type of stuff. Think about loan signing. If you go on TikTok, you go on Instagram, everybody and their mama is talking about loan signing. Everybody's talking about loan signing, and something that you hear all the time. And if people are continuously getting jobs and everybody's telling you about it, that's how you know that there's a demand for it. And if there's a demand for it, all you need to do is find a way to make consistent income from it. And then as time goes on, it becomes full-time for you. Simple as that. Simple as that. Keep building that base, and then eventually you'll get to that 5K. So like I said, loan signings are huge. And I'll put that here. And me, honestly, I'm so tired of hearing about loan signing agents and LSA and all of that stuff on social media, because I'm just tired of hearing about it. And you know me, I'm kind of I like to go against the grain, and I like to do other stuff. Like if everybody's doing this, I want to do something else. But that doesn't take away the fact that, honestly, just becoming really good at loan signing and getting loan signing jobs doesn't mean that you can't make a full-time living with it, because you can 100% make 6 figures just from doing loan signing. That alone, you had a loan 5,000, you can 100% do that. And as long as the real estate industry is around, as long as people need things to get authenticated, you're going to have notaries, especially when it comes to loan signings as well. So you can make a full-time income, because in order for those things to go through, they need to have a notary. They need to have somebody to authenticate those documents. And there's always a house being sold. There's always a house being bought. And because of that, as long as that's going to be around, you're going to have notaries that are around. The way in which it happens might change. It might be more online. It might be more AI. It might show itself in different forms, but a notary is always going to be needed. And if the notary is always needed, then you're going to know that, okay, cool, I always have a way to make some income. And another reason why I always talk to people and tell them to focus on the mobile notaries, not just notaries, is because you're able to charge your premium rates. So a lot of people, when they first hear about the notary business, especially for the layman that's on the outside looking in, they're really like, oh my gosh, a notary, that's just like $5, $10. Nobody's realizing like, oh, you can make some serious cash from this. People don't realize that. And honestly, I'm not here to share that. Well, technically, I guess I am sharing it, but I'm not here to share that with anybody that's not interested in learning. Keep it like that. But you can make some serious money from this. So don't get me wrong. When it comes to the notarization itself, you can only charge what your state allows you to charge. But when it comes to being a mobile notary and charging your travel services, you can definitely charge them because you're driving to those locations. You can definitely charge them for printing off those documents. You can definitely charge them for mailing out those documents. You can definitely charge them for whatever it may be on top of your service. And that's when you get those premium rates. And the higher you get your rates, the less jobs you need to complete. So for example, if you're trying to get to 5,000 a month, and then each of your clients AOV, your average order value is 100, and you actually got that up through your upsells and different services, and you got that to 200 a month, instead of that whole 5,000 that you need, all you need is 25. And 25 divided by 4, 6.25. So all you need is 6.25 customers every week. And does that sound crazy? 6 customers a week. You can't get six customers a week. If you can't do that within a span of like 6 months to a year, get out of here. You probably don't deserve to be in this business. You probably don't need to be in this business because you're not investing enough in yourself to learn those tactics and those strategies. So yeah, breaking that down to you, that's what it is. Premium rates. Understand that. Online notarizations, like I said, the things in the future, they may change. Let me just put this on online notary to expand your reach. Expand reach. That looks like an M, but it's an N, I promise. But anyways, like I said, as time goes on, of course, the notary business will change a little bit, but what's going to continue to happen is notarizations. People need notarizations. There's no way to finesse around that. But instead of being mobile, maybe they might be online. So if you add that to your toolbox, then you'll have more ways to provide services for different clients, and you're able to do it from the comfort of your own home as well. Adding on to that. So for example, now you're not only are you doing the mobile notarizations and charging you at $200, but now you're doing your online notarizations and you're charging, I'm going to throw out a number there, look at your own state laws, but you're charging $50, but now you don't have to leave the house. So there's more ways to add and supplement your income in the notary business rather than just doing one thing. You don't have to stick to one thing. It's more of your choice. It's more of your choice if you want to do that. And there's a lot of different ways to make money. And like I was saying, there's multiple streams. So online notarizations is literally just one of many. So you have your online notarizations in the notary business. You have your apostille, you have your fingerprinting, you have your power of attorneys, you have your general notary work, you have your loan signing, you have your I-9s. There's so many different things that you can do. And all you have to do is find a way to make 6.25 customers in an entire week. You can do that. Even if it's 12, you can do that. You can do that. You just need to lock down and focus on how to bring them in. I recommend using the Notary hybrid system. Like I said, that's the system that I created when I was broke, dead, flat, broke, didn't have no money. I call that thing the NHS. And that allowed me to get customers without having to rely on just signing services. So if you need more help on how to do that, go ahead and click the link in my bio. In the description down below, I can go ahead and help you out that. We could just jump on a one-on-one. I'll teach you the Notary Hybrid System, or click on the video, the Notary Hybrid System video. I put it on here. I explained as much as possible. It's a longer video, but breaking it down how to get some clients. I put that thing on replay. My nose is itching, y'all. My bad. But yeah, y'all go check it out. It's not hard, but yes, you can make it full time as a notary. You can make full time in this mobile notary business 100%. Because I was doing it. I was doing it straight out the gate. I was like, I didn't have a choice, so I had to make full-time income doing it because I was struggling. Not even with a T. I was struggling with a C. But anyways, if you guys want some more information on that, go ahead and click on the link in the description. Hop on a call. Let's chop it up. I can help out with your notary business. Take it to 3 to 5K plus a month if you are struggling doing that on your own. And there's also free guides that you can go ahead and click on. I put like a lot of free tools out there for you guys to check it out. Check it out if you want. Anyways, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Peace, love, and your boy Knowledge is out.